What's going on, money makers? I'm Brandon Robinson, president of Calvary Realty. Look us up on Google. We got 5 stars. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a proven fact that all real estate appreciates in value. So you might not have the money to go to Palm Beach, Florida. You might not be able to go to Hawaii, San Diego. You can invest in lower income areas and in properties that are not as good and still make money. Don't take my word for it. Let's look at the data. Look at this graph here from Zillow for the Beverly Hills market. This is median home sales for the past 10 years in 90210, one of my favorite shows of all time. As you can see, in 2013, median home prices were about 1.8 million. Today in 2022, median home prices are almost 4.1 million. Now, look at West Palm Beach, another market that people would consider to be a good market. 2013, properties were selling for about $700,000. Today, they're selling for $2.1 million. So those are 2 markets that people would consider good. Beverly Hills, West Palm Beach, celebrities, rich people, those are good markets, and we see property values appreciating. Now, let's look at some markets that people would consider bad markets. Markets with crime, drugs, gangs, etc. Look at Compton, California. Some of you guys might be from Compton, okay? Look at this graph from Zillow for the past 10 years of the median home sales in Compton. So you could have bought in Compton in 2013 for $185,000. Today, that property will be worth almost $600,000. So just as Beverly Hills appreciated in value, Compton also appreciated in value. Let's look at Detroit. Detroit is always in the news for crime and poverty, etc., etc. You could have bought property in Detroit in 2013 for $15,000, and today that property would be worth $67,000. So as you can see from the graphs, you have properties, even in what we would call bad markets such as Compton and Detroit, appreciate in value over time. Now, let's look at some ugly properties that I've sold and see how they've appreciated in value over time. So first one is a motel and mini storage that I sold in Bakersfield, California for $1.5 million in 2018. This was a property that had a bunch of issues with the motel. It was run down. The owner lived on site. There were chickens and dogs and all type of animals that were on the property, and it really turned off a lot of buyers. However, the person that eventually bought the property paid $1.5 million for it. Today, that same property is worth almost $3 million. Now, let's talk about another property that I sold in San Bernardino called Store More Self-Storage. This was probably the toughest deal I've sold in terms of property condition. There were a lot of units that needed repair. There were weeds all over the property. The property was a converted bakery, so it had its challenges. And there were a lot of investors who strayed away from the property because of it. But the guy that eventually bought it paid $2.75 million for it. Today, that same property is worth $5 million. So as you can see, properties in good markets, properties in bad markets, properties that are ugly and in need of a lot of work, they appreciate in value as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in buying or selling property, Calvary Realty would love to be of assistance. Look us up on Google. We got 5 stars. Until next time, keep making money.